We all have goals that we dream of achieving in life. Goals that make us dream with a smile on our faces, that make us feel good about life. Goals that once achieved will make an impact on others. But the thing is, many of us do not fully get behind moving our goals forward. Instead, we look at them and spin them around in our minds, kind of like a snow globe. It's pretty to look at, but we can't reach inside. And what happens is that we get into these loops or spirals of time where we're going back and forth about our goals inside of our minds. And all the while, months and years are going by instead of you taking the steps to achieve the actual goal. This spiral of time happens when you're doubting yourself and your ability to achieve your goals, which leads to excuses. And in this video, we'll take a look at 3 common excuses that we make. The first excuse is, it's been done before. This excuse stops a lot of people in their tracks because they feel other people have gotten there first, and this applies to things like writing a book, starting a podcast, selling a product, or starting a YouTube channel. But I want to remind you of the countless bread options at your grocery store. There's white bread, rye, pumpernickel, sourdough, wheat, and the list goes on. For me, starting a YouTube channel crossed my mind last year, but then I talked myself out of it because this type of content is already being created, which is another way of saying it's been done before or someone else is already there. And for me, I didn't want to seem like I'm copying others, and I questioned if I could really start a channel. So it was on the back burner, and I focused on coaching women in another niche outside of YouTube. And then a couple of months went by, and I had 2 conversations with 2 friends in the same week, and they both said the same thing. Thanks so much, you give such good advice. Now, these 2 are smart women, and the idea to start this channel and give more women advice came back. So I decided that I would do it rather than just having this be an idea that pops up and that I keep pushing back down. So here's what I want you to do. I want you to see the fact that it's been done before as an indication of what's possible. And what I mean is that if no one was doing it, then it's unlikely that the goal you have is viable. Yes, we know that there are always exceptions to the rule, but if it's been done before, there's going to be space for you. And that's on period, because even though there are other femininity channels and other channels where women speak about self-development and relationships and living your best life, there was space for me. And this is because each of us brings something unique to the table. And I've had different experiences, and I have my own perspective on things. And at the end of the day, I resonate with those who watch my channel based on this. It could be because I'm a mom, can talk about both sides of the marriage coin, have a Caribbean background. It could be because of the content itself. Whatever it may be, my point is that what you bring will always be different from what others bring. So see others on the path ahead of you as a positive indicator that you also can achieve your goals. Another excuse we tell ourselves is, I'm not sure I can succeed. And I would ask, why aren't you sure? Is the goal that you have, is it aligned with your purpose? Or is it just something you decided you wanted to do? I think the key thing is that the goal is aligned with your purpose in life, or it moves you towards your purpose. And if it is, then you're likely to succeed at it. But here's the thing, sometimes you can't even get to the bigger vision because you haven't even taken the smaller steps yet, because many of us, myself included, have had one goal, and sometimes we fail at it, and it's by learning from the failure that we're able to try something new. However, if there's always an excuse why you can't start, you'll never learn anything, and it's in the learning that strides can be made. One thing that I've done when I've fallen short of a goal is that I gain strength from my past success. So let's say you want to achieve something that you've never done before. Look back at things that you succeeded at Look back at the moments where you felt proud of yourself. How were you able to achieve these goals? What did you think about yourself? As time goes by, sometimes we lose confidence because of life situations. And so the little girl who was confident growing up, some of that begins to fade. However, she is always there because she is in you. And at the end of the day, you're better off having positive thoughts about your future and looking at your past successes as a form of self-encouragement to regain the confidence in yourself now if you find that it's waned at all. And third, another common excuse we make is, I don't know what to do. Sometimes we really don't know what to do. I've been there when it was time to make big decisions. But here's the thing, we sit in it. We sit in the I don't know what to do bucket and we marinate. So just picture chicken marinating, except as humans, we're covered in excuses instead of seasoning. We have all these thoughts and we go back and forth with options of what to do. And here is where we come to experience decision fatigue because we're not deciding. And what I would like you to know is not only is going back and forth because you can't make a decision, making you confused, but it's increasing your doubt in yourself and your ability. Now, here's what you do. The first thing is decide on a date where you will make a decision, whether that is a week from now, 3 weeks from now, or 3 months from now. And what this does is it gives your brain space to think, and it gives you a time frame in order to decide and come up with an answer. Give yourself a mental deadline. This is not a deadline you're going to share with others. It's just a deadline where you will make a decision on how you're moving forward with a goal by this date. This is a technique that doesn't just apply to goal setting. You can use this when it comes to making any decision. You don't know what to do? Okay, give yourself a deadline to make a decision. When you do this, you'll have more confidence in yourself because there's not the exhaustion of going back and forth. And when you know you are going to make a decision, even if you're not deciding right away, you automatically feel better about yourself. I remember in terms of when I was going through a situation, a friend said to me, okay, you have until this weekend, and then that's it, in terms of deciding. And I found this to be very empowering, so try it because it works. Another thing you can do is talk to someone that you trust who will give you good advice. For example, the friend I just mentioned. Some decisions we cannot make on our own and need outside input in order to make a good one or a better quality decision. You can also read books, watch a few YouTube videos on the topic, not go down a rabbit hole of videos. But my point is you can look for help and take what you learn from others to make a higher quality decision. So in today's video, I wanted to focus on some of the common excuses that we as women have that make us doubt ourselves. But you can overcome these excuses and achieve your goals when you look at it being done before as an indication of what's possible. Remember your past successes, give yourself a deadline to make a decision, and learn from others. The older I get, the more I realize how quickly time goes by. None of us want to be stuck in this spiral where we're not moving forward on our goals and we're not achieving our dreams. You want your life to be one of forward movements as each year goes by. Let me know in the comments what strategy you're going to use to push yourself forward, push yourself past doubt. Stop playing yourself and go after what you really want in life. Don't forget to like this video and support this channel by hitting the subscribe button.